time. So I watched a funny video on Instagram and it reminded me of this story from my brother when he was a kid, a child. Okay, so the video was about a little boy running away from home, I guess because he wasn't allowed to play his PS game. He was, in the video, he was like walking out the front door. He had his little Spider-Man backpack on, and he was saying, "Dad, I'm running away." And then the dad goes outside. The dad's kind of angry at the kid, and then the dad's like, "How are you gonna run away? Get back here. How are you gonna run away with Minecraft sword and a skateboard?" I was like, oh my god, that reminds me of my little brother. Because when my little brother was a kid, he pulled some of those. He was probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 years old. Maybe younger. I can't remember all of the details. I'll just tell you what I remember. So he was upset over something. He wasn't allowed to do something. Maybe he wasn't allowed to play a game. Maybe my mom took away his video game, his DS. Or whatever it was. He wasn't allowed to do something. So I remember he wrote a letter, and he went and packed his things. And his things at the moment, he packed his most valuable things, according to him. Which I don't really remember what it was, but it was like he went and got a handkerchief, or I don't know what it was. It was like this like fabric. Maybe it was like a little towel. And so as I was saying before I got interrupted, he had this fabric, maybe it was a towel or a little blanket, and he put his things in there, which I don't remember what he put in there. But one thing for sure, I don't remember if he put it inside of that fabric thing or if he put it on his shoulder, because he had a tendency of putting his stuffed rabbit on his shoulder. So he wrapped his things up and he put it on a stick. Now I don't know where he got the stick. It might have been a ruler. It might have been this ruler. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he went. I don't know where he got these things from. But then after that, he put it over his shoulder and he's like, "Ya me voy, nadie me quiere." He was all sad about it. The way he just said it, he just said, "I'm leaving. Nobody loves me." And then he sighed. He was like, "Ah." But more exaggerated, because he was very exaggerated. He would always exaggerate everything. He said it so that my mom could hear. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And he was like taking small steps at a time. And then my mom was like, "Okay, go ahead, you can leave." And he just was buying time, hoping that my mom would be like, "Oh no, don't leave, here you can play your game." I think that's what he was waiting for. He was waiting for my mom to say that. And then my mom was like, "Yeah, go ahead." So he was taking like one step at a time until he reached the door. And then he sighed again. He's like, and then he opened the door and he started again, one step at a time, until he reached the fence. And then I don't remember what else happened after that. Man, that was really funny. And when I saw that video this morning, I went and told my brother, "Hey, look, remember, does this sound familiar?" Then I showed him the video. And I was like, this is exactly you, but like Chavo del Ocho. And then I could see it in his face. He was like, I bet he remembered that moment in his life where he was trying to run away. That happened a couple of times actually. When he would get upset and he would do that, and he would pack his things into a little ball and hang them on the stick. It happened like 1 or 2 times or more. I don't remember, but it stuck with me. And for those of you who haven't seen or don't know what El Chavo del Ocho is, it's a cartoon about a little boy. Well, it's a cartoon about a neighborhood and how they interact, and just the kids and their messes that they make, the trouble that they get into, and then also the neighbors, how they get into trouble with other neighbors. It's hilarious. I used to love that show a lot, and I think in one of the episodes, because one of the main characters is an orphan, and I guess he did something so bad that the neighborhood was just like angry at him, and then I guess he felt really sad about it all, because he lives in like this barrel, literally in a barrel, and well, he lived in a barrel in the neighborhood, but after he did that, he just felt like he had to leave. Felt really bad for having caused so much trouble. So then he does that. He wraps his things in the little fabric, and then he puts it on a stick, and he's like about to leave. And I guess he leaves. I don't remember what happens in the cartoon, but I think that's where he got it from. Another funny story, which I don't know if I have the video anymore, and I'll be sad if I don't. I'm pretty sure I do have it somewhere. Just have to find it. But I mean, okay, just to let you guys know, we weren't trying to make fun of people who do like martial arts or anything like that. We were just playing around and trying to have fun and trying, well, I guess in a way it was like a way of us escaping reality in that time, actually. Let's put it that way, okay? So, my dad was playing loud music in, I don't know where, either the living room or the side kitchen or outside. And we had put on like relaxing music, and we put it on, and it kind of sounded like, I don't know, like that music that they play when they're battling. They're doing mixed martial arts and they're battling. I don't know, something like that, karate. I don't know. The thing was that my brothers were like, well, my youngest brother was actually putting all of the effort into doing all these like moves, and he was really into it, and we kind of made fun of him for that. He was probably like 10 years old, and he was doing that, but he was like with a serious face, and he was like, I can really do this really good. And we were just watching him, but we were laughing at him. And my brother, he was just so in the zone, so doing it so good, and it just looked like it went with it. But then my other brother jumped in, and he was like, I can do better, this and that, and then we started joking about it. And my brother starts doing it, so he starts doing these moves. At first he's into it, he's trying to make it seem like it's what you do with that type of music, and then after that he just starts like lollygagging. He starts fooling around. And it's funny because I was recording him and I don't know what in the world crossed his mind, but he was like, I guess after analyzing the video and laughing about it, he was like, I was trying to do a backflip, but I couldn't. So he like, it looks like he's just gonna jump, but I guess he like jumps backwards. He just falls up. His whole body hits the floor. Hit the bodies on the floor. Like, when did you ever do a backflip to want to be able to do a backflip in that little space? I guess he was so into it that he wanted to do a backflip. He was so in the zone that he wanted to be like those people that actually do backflips. He's a crazy one. He's a crazy. So he does it. He goes like, you could just see his hair flying a little bit, and then he hits the floor, and then he just starts laughing as heck. It's hilarious. And then there's this other video. It's weird because this was like, I don't know how old he was. He was young. I was in probably it's either 2015, 14, 15, 16, one of those years. And we were having a discussion in the living room, my mom, my brother, and my other brother. The youngest one, I don't know, he just starts talking about where dogs come from. I think it was a conversation. And then he was just going on and on and on and on, and it was just escalating the way he was like trying to get his point across. And then all of a sudden he's like, and we don't know what happens in 2020. And then I'm like, bro. And then he's like, what? Then I'm like, your vein is about to pop out. It's funny because it's like, he was onto something. It's like he knew 2020 was gonna happen. But I don't know. Maybe I'll upload it. I don't want to lose these videos. They're like my heart and soul. Dang, I really wish I could have named all these videos as I was going through them. I'm gonna have to at some point figure it out. At some point I'm gonna try to name the videos so that if I want to look back at them, I can. So, you know, in reality, I've been doing this video thing since I was a kid. I started off with, well, I was always the one behind camera recording or taking pictures. And then, and then it was me taking pictures of me with my friends and I. And then it was me making slideshows of our friends and me. And then it was, again, taking videos of my brothers and taking videos. I was behind the camera. And then, yes, I got to college and I had a camera and I tried to take a photography class, but it backfired because I was so slow and felt like I was never going to make it anywhere. So I just decided to learn on my own. And I've done great. Thank you very much. Just no basic stuff. That's about it. And there's so much going on through my head, like so many things I have to do. Like the graduation, I graduated, and I have a lot of videos, and I want to put them all I want to make a slideshow, and then I just want to combine all of the videos that I took and put them into a video. And also some of the pictures that I took earlier last year, you know, when I did that slideshow. There are some pictures that I didn't put that I'd like to put now. Yeah, I have so many things, so many ideas, and all these videos. I have to go through so many, and I feel so overwhelmed. But I just love, I can't not record moments in my life. Because I know it's nice to look back at them, and I know if I look at the videos that I'm recording right now, won't do much for me right now, but like 2 or 3 years from now, it means a lot. Does anybody else know that feeling? And also, I'm starting to wonder if I have a speech impediment because I blank out. And I'm not very good at socializing. Sometimes I just freeze. Or like I can't figure out the words to say. Or maybe it's my lack of conversating with other people. Conversating with other human beings. I've only conversated with myself in my head most of the time. And sometimes when I do conversate with other people, it's like, unless I really click with someone, it's hard to conversate. And I wouldn't say so much it's anxiety. Sometimes it is anxiety, but sometimes it's like, I don't know the word for this. It's not gonna come out. I'm just rambling now. But anyways, I have realized that making videos, I mean, it's not the first time I realized it, but the videos that are like 25, 30, 36 minutes, I am not able to upload. I just had one, and I tried it twice, and twice it took me like, the first time it took me like 4 or 5 days to upload for it to only say that it wasn't able to upload, that it was abandoned or something like that. And then the second time it happened the same way. I don't know if the file is corrupt or if it's because the file is so long. But now I'm gonna make this short, and it was just supposed to be short stories, but I had to vent a little bit. Okay, till next time.